Welcome to today's Organic House live stream. Just give me a quick little second to get a few things set up on my monitor really quick. See if it's working. Yeah, I think I'm live. YouTube says I'm live, but I don't see the stream yet. In the meantime, enjoy listening to my track in the background. Yeah, okay, it seems to be working. Okay. All right, guys. Let me start this stream off a little differently. I'm gonna do some talking here. Just wanted to let you guys know that I'm not gonna be streaming as much as of now because of life and everything. I feel like I'm getting a little burnt out with the schedule, posting videos, doing weekly live streams, and you know, the whole deal with the family and the whole life situation. So today I feel like making a bit of music on stream. And yeah, enjoy. I don't know what else there is to say. We got Miguel Silva, nice sound. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys a longer playthrough maybe towards the end of the stream, but right now I just feel like starting from scratch. I forgot to charge my iPad that you see that I use for reading the chat, so I don't know how I'm gonna be able to catch up with every message today. Let's see, we got Yum Yum. Hi, Yum Yum. Yeah. Let's dive right in. I'm just gonna make some music and see where this whole live stream thing takes me. As usual, we're gonna start from scratch. I just have a couple of basic tracks here set up. Nothing too special, nothing too crazy. If you guys have any questions in between, then feel free to ask. And yeah, I might do a couple of pauses in between. Let's just see generally where this takes me today, yeah? So today's not Sunday, I know. We got Pixel Comet. What's up, man? Today's Monday evening. Sunday is just more of a rest day for me. I'm not going to be forcing myself to do live streams now every week. And on one particular day, I feel like Sunday is a soulful day for me. It's a rest day, and that's why I'm going to take the day off just for family and for resting. But Monday evening, man, I guess a lot of people are coming home from work on Monday evening and they just want to chill and relax. So why not try Monday evening? Doesn't always have to be Sunday stream. So let's just start, guys. Let's go for a kick. Don't have any particular idea for a kick in mind, but I'm going to start in session view today. This is session view. This is arrangement view. I've started out every track in arrangement view for the past few months, so I'm just going to do a session view session today. Call this one kick. And go for 4x4. I'm going to create a MIDI clip here. And just play something. So this is a 808 kick with an acoustic layer, some kind of acoustic noise. Maybe we can duplicate this track to see if there's something else. I like this one's a really solid kick too. And maybe something more classic. So we got 3 different kicks here. What's up, SHRI man? Oh wait, I just replaced the second one, so let's call this one Dream Anchor Velvet. This is a new pack that I'm working on. planned on releasing it a bit earlier, but took a massive break. Just didn't feel inspired to continue working on it. So I just said, hey, let me pause it. No need to force myself to finish things. And gonna take some time off for making music of my own. And maybe that will inspire me. So that's exactly what I'm doing right now. So we got one 4x4 kick groove here. And now let's maybe go for some kind of a hi-hat perhaps. So MIDI track, hi-hat, every second eighth note, loop, and play. Yeah, this hi-hat has like a second hi-hat here, which makes it kind of cool, like a chick chick, or like a shaker. All good. How's it going for you? So far, so good, I would say, man. Life's been a bit chaotic recently with my mom's health and everything, but I'm trying to manage. I'm trying to manage a lot of things at once. And I've honestly decided to dial down the YouTube channel quite a bit, simply for the sake of just taking more time off for family. Because you know, music can't really thrive if you're having difficulties in your life situation. So reducing one particular area, like work, in my case, I'm able to reduce it. Definitely helps. Do you also do feedback live streams? No, I don't. I thought of doing it like Bound to Divide and everybody else, but yeah, I'm not like everybody else in that sense. I tried giving feedback coaching sessions also in the past, and I realized that it's just not something that I like doing regularly. I just want to make music. Yeah, so we got a kick and a hi-hat. Already sounds quite solid. Maybe some kind of an ambience, I have no idea. Maybe something more organic. Some kind of vinyl dusty noise always works quite well. So we got a hat. This is a really nice hi-hat. Punches through the mix very well. And yeah, maybe some kind of additional loop. Some emphasis in between. Yeah, this is like a background hi-hat, background shaker, something like that. Let's call this hats here. Not too sure about the kick. Maybe give it a bit of bass boost, I don't know. Hey there, what's up, man? So SHRI says, that's good, man. Hoping to hear a nice groovy track today. Yeah, I hope so too. Let's see. Uh... $120. Let's go with some other BPM today. 123. Keep it a bit quicker, yeah. So ambience, we got some dusty vinyl stuff, and then let's add an additional ambience layer. Winter Creek. It's not looped though, maybe. This one is looped. What's up, Seams? Seams Music. Yeah, some emphasis hi-hats. I don't know, just chucking a couple loops here. See where this takes us. I feel like this isn't adding so much. Besides just those offbeat hi-hats. These ones here. Here. Da-dum, da-dum. Yeah, I've definitely switch to more of a sample-based workflow rather than having to do everything by MIDI, because I just feel like being a bit more quicker. Some people may call this lazy. I really don't care. For me personally, this is how I finish tracks. Because if I get too deep into MIDI programming and the exact placement, it can be fun. However, I feel like just finishing more tracks and making music rather than having to do everything by myself. Everything can have its ups and downsides, but I would say just do whatever you currently feel like. If you just feel like spending a bit more time programming individual percussion parts and really taking your time on every single placement, do so. If you feel like using a loop and maybe like making something out of that loop, then try that. And don't always have to force yourself to work a certain way because you think that's the right way to do it. There really is no right way to do it. Like, I already have a pretty solid groove, I feel like. Let's see, maybe we can use some kind of other sample pack. I've been enjoying Audio Tense stuff a lot recently. Not the hardcore techno, but more of like the minimal packs. I purchased like all their freaking stuff, dude. I have no idea if I want to go for something more minimal today or something rather ambient and melodic, all day I dreamy. Let's see. It's like a really long loop though. And also recently, guys, nice. I feel like making a bit more music for myself. Like, I haven't had this urge in a really long time, and everything that I've been doing for the last 2 years has always been for the YouTube channel. Like, I really feel like taking some time off just to rejuvenate my joy for making music for myself. Not always having some kind of intention or expectation, result-based stuff for every track. You know, it's been like that for the past 2 years for me. And I feel like the soul couldn't really fully express itself in that time, as weird as it may seem. I thought that I'd be doing something for my soul and my passion by doing the YouTube channel, by posting videos regularly, but somehow, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I haven't been feeling too inspired recently. I feel like just diving deeper into my own music and seeing like what inspires me, what is it that I'm currently looking forward to creating, and maybe from that I will find something new, some new idea that I can then put into the YouTube channel, rather than, I wouldn't say forcefully, but rather than just trying to come up with an idea inauthentically. Like, I have to make this YouTube video now because it's Monday, or it's Sunday, it's Wednesday. Like, that's not really a very musical way to think, I would say. That's how businesses thrive, and I've mentioned this a few times in a few previous live streams and videos, but that's not how artists thrive. We've got some kind of a loop thing here. Let's duplicate this, option drag. This is more of like a club vibe. We're getting a couple comments here. Let me catch up to them for a second here. Have you tried Swoi sample pack? Have I tried it? Do I maybe have it here? I have it. Yeah, I love Sample Market, man. Holy shit, their stuff is so good. I purchased actually many packs by Sample Market. My favorite one are the ones from Silat Beksi, and By far, I would say the cool ones are the ones by Abstract, Organic Rhythm, Organic Minimal. Generally, I love organic stuff. And Silat Beksi. He's one of my favorite minimal house artists. He has a YouTube channel of his own where he also posts a few tutorials, and they are so good. And I love his sample packs. They're really great, like for organic house as well. I highly recommend Sample Market and Audio Tent. Like the quality there is fantastic. PML, for example, I've been using the Organica stuff, and they were kind enough to send me a few of their packs, which is why you see a ton here. Organica is made by Yannick Mounts, which is also a great producer. However, I do feel like these are quite stuffed with a lot of raw sounds. Like, for example, the conga loops. They feel very much the same, and I'm going to be honest, it's more quantity over quality. But however, if you really dig into PML and you go through the folders and you take your time, you can find some golden parts in there. But PML's philosophy, I would say, is more quantity based, but still great packs. And I would say the best thing that they currently have going is these artist packs like Faika, my favorite pack by them. Then we got the Chuz sound pack, Stil for Talent Chuz. He has like some drum rack stuff in there, which is extremely valuable. Then they did a collab with Superflu and Oliver Koletsky. It's like, man, you got to be able to do that kind of stuff. So PML is good in that sense. But regarding quality and really fine-tuned sounds, I would say Sample Market and Audio Tent is really great in that sense. So, will you share this Ableton session with us at the end? Very likely not going to share this Ableton session at the end, because this is a track that could end up being released, and for the sake of copyright, I'm going to keep the template for myself. However, I do have a few templates on Lotus Tunes from tracks that I've produced in the past. Sounding very nice already. Thank you, Miguel. A bit too much pressure for you to maybe, Kevin. Yeah, I've been through a lot lately. Beware of burnout. It kills inspiration too. Yeah, I feel like that a bit. Go to party, instant inspiration. Don't you try some other genre to spark inspiration? Yeah, I would say I'm very into 4 to the floor. I feel like 4 to the floor has a lot of different subgenres. Organic house, dub techno is something that I've recently been inspired by a lot. But yeah, I have had a lot of stuff going on, and I need to regulate life a bit. Because weekly live streams, you got weekly live streams, you got the videos, you got the sound packs, then maybe there's a course coming, and you got people messaging you via email for collaborations. I've said no to all my collaborations. I've canceled every collab that I had running. And there's the whole tax stuff that also kind of like being self-employed, man. it's the greatest thing, but at the same time, it's the most stressful thing. Like, you need to be able to manage your time. And what's the worst for me is when you're so stuck in management and deadlines and having to do XYZ that all of a sudden you lose sight of why you started this in the first place. Like, I started this for the sake of enjoyment and making music and loving it and having fun. And now it's just like, I'm a corporate CEO. It's like, please stop. And man, you definitely have to be able to just say, no, take a break. And this is why I wanted to do this live stream today, mainly because I've had a lot of people message me via email and Insta and YouTube and whatever. Well, not YouTube, but a few places. And they said, man, why are you not streaming on Sunday? And I'm like, man, sorry, I really can't catch up to everything at the same time. Selbst und ständig. Welcome to the club. Ja, so ist es. So fühlt sich das an. Alice, buonasera. Jay, what's up, man? Yeah, go to a party, instant inspiration. Not that many parties in a village, but I wouldn't say necessarily party, man. What gives me instant inspiration is just space, just a bit of space, a bit of freedom to just do something that I genuinely like to do, like making music for myself, taking care of my health. There are people who love parties. I would say, yeah, I'm definitely the more introverted, chill type, which is, I would say, completely fine. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, so we have a couple melodic stuff here. See if we can add some kind of modulation to it. More of a rhythmic feeling. These are two different phrases here. No, this one sounds odd. Let's keep it at the second one. Pixel Comet says, used to be prof underground DJ, listening to other DJs always a benefit. Also, professional underground DJ, listening to other DJs is always a benefit. Yeah, I believe you. It is. Also, I've had a lot of people say, man, if you want to make it to this label, you have to connect, you have to go to their parties. I'm like, man, what if I don't want to? Oh gosh, like sometimes I have this. Hey, we got Nakir. Saw Nakir in the chat, definitely. What a pleasant surprise on a Monday. Yeah, for sure. I'm very likely going to be doing these live streams on Mondays rather than Sundays. I've checked, like a lot of people are online at Monday evening. Sunday evening and Monday evening are the times where most of the people are online. And also for me, Sunday is more of a soulful day. I want to take it off in the future. Relax a bit more. But yeah, my goal isn't necessarily to be on the XYZ label XYZ. My goal is just to really just enjoy music, man, and be free. So let's create a new MIDI track. Simplicity is key in this track here. See if we can work more on the melodic stuff. I have recently purchased this new preset pack called Automata, which is by UHE. It's a preset pack designed by this company over here, UHE, or Diva. And it's based on arpeggiated sequences. So you get arps. Each and every single one of these subfolder is an arpeggio, and it's one of the, I wouldn't say one of the best, but it's really freaking good, like in terms of quality. And I didn't expect it to be this great. But if we, like, what key are we in? That's the root note. C, D, E, F, G. G. I'm pressing G on my keyboard. Okay, G. So we could scale lock it if we're feeling lazy. I recently discovered a new Max for Live device called Random Chords Generator. It's like a really lazy device, but it's been fun to use. There's a free version and a pro version. I'm going to use the pro version, and it's also developed by Mario Nieto, the same guy who made Harmony Bloom, this crazy sequencer that looks like Lucid Rhythms. But I think he sold it to Audio Modern. I don't know what happened here, to be honest. So we're getting a minor chord and we're filtering it. Like, we could also filter it down to the scale of G. So we can't hit any wrong note. Well, there isn't anything like a wrong note, but still I feel like being lazy, so. Okay, so we have a bit of a sequence here. Just pressed a few notes and those are then converted to harmonies in this plugin. So we'll have to really tweak it a bit here. I don't know where we start. So let's maybe start here. I don't know. We have to set the starting position here. So 1.11. Take away all the notes that we don't need. And I think in order to take away this empty space, the only way to do it is by zooming in and zooming out. And then you see Ableton readjusts the clip. Now we can highlight all by hitting Command A and then Command U to quantize it. So it's a bit later, maybe this one. Hallo Mom. Okay, ich komme gleich. Einen Moment. Hold that one a bit more. And then back to the C. Maybe we can add some inversions in a second. Okay, so we have a decent chord progression. Now let's create a new MIDI track, record, arm this one, select track number 13, which is the diva, to be the input. Post effects, we're going to leave it that way, and then just record so we get the MIDI as chord information in the new track. That's it. Yeah. So we can then drag it here. Disable the random MIDI generator thingy, chords, and then hit play. And maybe we can also select the different presets since this is the default preset. Go into Automata maybe. A bit loud. Pitch it up an octave here. Very techy. Meinst du von Eisdiele? Ja, eigentlich schon, ja. Obwohl. Ja, im Becher dann aber. Wollt ihr zur Eisdiele gehen oder was? Ach so. Ja, schon gerne. Aber ich mache gerade Livestream, dass ihr das wisst, ne? Mich spontan dazu entschieden. Weiß auch nicht, wie lange ich das mache. Ja, das wäre geil. Danke. Yeah, this is what I mean about the pack. Bass, holy. These are a bit low. Just making it a bit more interesting here. It's a really sharp resonating frequency here. And some kind of a noise. Don't know where that's coming from. Ah, it's this one. It's a glitch. So that's some kind of top. Some tops with a clap inside, maybe. Some shakers, maybe. Some background shakers. There we go. Thanks for the subscribe. And some top loop. Maybe just a clap here. So beats, forward transient, every fourth note. And some kind of clap. Yeah, so audio track after audio track, just creating some drums. Let's see, I might switch out the chord progression here for something less bouncy, because I feel like this is too a bit clubby. Like I could save it for later. So I'll duplicate the channel and replace the diva maybe with something less clubby. But I must go. Miguel must go. Okay. Have a nice day, man. Yo, everything good? What did I miss? Everything good. Everything good. I don't know, man. Just created a groove here. Arpeggio. Still in the beginning phase. I don't know how long I'm going to do this live stream today. I wanted to keep it shorter than usual. So let's add some chords using the piano rather than the pluck thing. Why is it so quiet? Because the velocity is so low. Maybe we can turn it into soundscape. Yeah, it just feels a bit too bouncy. It's okay, but not feeling like that today. If you take harmonic information like chords and put it through a really nice reverb preset or some kind of soundscape preset here and style preset in Noir, continuous So schnell. Dankeschön. Ha? Das war echt so mäßig. Dankeschön. Mhm. What's up, Conduit? Surprise Monday live stream. Sick, I can finally catch it live. My sister got me an ice cream. Look at this. Dude. A pleasant surprise on the live stream. Cheers. I was about to inhale the entire waffle. Don't mind me snacking here. Don't mind me snacking. Let's see, I want to really completely morph this into a soundscape, to be honest. Let's resample this. Let's see. Piano. Lecker. It is. Looks delicious. Thank you, Seems. It is. Seems. Nah, this is too poppy. I want to make it more organic and ambient. I'm not sure about this pad. I really don't know about it. Let's see if we can just use some kind of a swell type sample. Yeah, something like this, man. Who freaking cares? Let's just use it. G minor should fit. What else do we have? Maybe use Tantra on this guy too. I've used this one so many times, the pad fireworks. I need to take my time with those chords. I feel like I rushed into them too quickly. What's in the folder called Groove Creator? Conduit asks. I said that like I was reading some kind of story. Which sample pack is that? Conduit asked with enthusiasm. MIDI clips and a rack with samples to trigger those MIDI clips. It's part of the Organic House Essentials pack. And there's one top loop that I've used too much. Let's use something else today. Man, I really want to use... Oh, my light turned off again. I need to charge that thing more. Yeah, I'm not gonna use just my own packs because I've used them so many times. I feel like just expanding a bit more. Also, this is what inspires me. There's a cool challenge, an idea that I had recently to use sounds from just one pack, no matter what, just as a new way to challenge myself creatively. Because I have a tendency to buy many things, especially as part of the YouTube channel, as part of the business. And then I get stuck in that I need to buy something to stay inspired loop. So I want to challenge myself by using what I have now, minimizing it a bit. What about the chord generator you got there? Is it any good? Life is hard as a music theory noob. Learn your scales, bro. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually kind of cool, but I would still recommend you learn your scales because it's cool to have that in your head. William says, "Hello, I noticed you work in a loop for a long time. How do you deal with not being bored until construction, finishing the track?" Oh yeah, I work in a loop as long as I feel like it sounds solid. I work on it as long as I feel like it's like a solid groove, and once it's done, I record it into the arrangement view. Either that I arrange it in here. You see my top right corner here. I call it intro, for example. Call this one verse. Or not verse, in this genre we would say something like build up, chorus, or drop. You know, I would arrange it over here, and then I would record it into... I just deleted everything. Oops. I would then record it into this section, and I'd start arranging it. This is the arrangement view, because you have an overview over all the clips consecutively, like after each other. So it's better to arrange here rather than here. But I take my time. I really take my time until I feel satisfied with the loop here. We have all the kicks triggering at the same time. I didn't want that. Excuse me. Yeah, this is a very soft kick, the velvet. I like it. Let's see if we can... So I'm going to select both of these clips here and pitch them down until I feel like I find the right resonant frequency with my body. The weirdest... That's the weirdest way to say I'm just going to repitch these samples here. So dumb. I'm going to continue looking for other pad sounds. I don't know, this one feels too Nintendo Cube-ish. You know, the intro from Nintendo Cube? This feels exactly like that. We got some more comments here. Let me read through the comments while playing the loop here. Oh. Hello, I noticed you work in the loop. I had that comment already. Okay. William, readers... Conduit says, personally, I try and keep the highs filtered down until necessarily during arrangement to reduce fatigue. Taking pause every 25 minutes, listen to reference tracks, often will shortcut. We got Wusulu saying, yeah, I have to. Still got to finish the building blocks, of course, from Audible. Genius, but it's getting freaking hard. Interesting, Conduit. I try to work with the rhythm, just a pulse or something. I kind of dig the GameCube sound. Says hoiks, hoiks, or heyoks, heyoks. Okay, then we'll leave it there. It kind of fades out at the end, but so we can fix that later. Also, I haven't been too inspired into creating a groove step by step. Like, okay, today was kind of step by step, but excuse me. Sometimes I feel like dragging in an entire loop, like a top loop, and then there's one sound from that loop that I like just the clap. And then I extract it either using the audio editing tools or the clip tools over here. You can automate the gain to emphasize just certain parts of it. If I go into envelopes, click the gain, you can then, for example, just emphasize one particular part of a loop like this. That's been more inspiring to me rather than trying to be like,
start with kick, go to hi-hat, then take clap.
It's just, I don't know, it's too stale. Sometimes it works, but every now and then I feel like I need something else to trigger my inspiration. Like, I can't do the same thing for too long. That's kind of the beauty and creativity though at the same time, because you get sparked by different ideas, different plugins, different workflows. Oh, I love that. Abstract sounds. Also, guys, another recommendation for sample packs that are wonderful. There's so many great sample pack companies out there. This feels like a really nice call and response type percussion that I would only like to play. Doesn't matter, we'll leave it there. Sounds like 90s liquid D&B. Yeah, that's because of the pad, ambient chord pad. Have you tried the Amiga Amigo VST? No, I have no idea what that is, man. Perhaps you can enlighten me and tell me what the freak that is. So, let's see if we can... So we pitched the samples down 2, so we'll have to pitch the MIDI from the chords down by 2 as well. Nah, I'm not feeling like the piano's working. Maybe we can loop a specific part here. Can I freeze and flatten here? Yes, I can. I just duplicated the track and freeze and flatten to be able to work with audio. Okay. It's not looped. Why? This indicates that it's not looped, by the way. If you see a number here and it plays like 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, it means it's playing it as a one shot. So you might want to loop this whole thing up. Command L, highlight all, Command L to loop. Okay, let's see. Maybe just this first part here. Pitch it down, maybe. There we got ourselves a bass groove. Interesting, I didn't expect that. It feels very clubby. But it works. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. But it works. Gives me Homidas vibes. My favorite label recently. I love Homidas. Yeah, it's Armin Miran's label. Armin Miran was one of the first artists that I ever made a video on my own YouTube channel. Armen Miran and Grach, the legendary Armenian duo. Not duo, but they make music a lot less recently because Grach decided to create his own label and he's got a really minimal micro house type of sound now. Yeah, he's doing his own thing. But I really enjoyed his ethnic style back in the day. I still love his tracks, they're really great. They inspired my Yerevan sound pack. This is a freaking awesome texture here, man. I have so much ambience already. I don't know how this should fit in. Let's make it really dusty here. Maybe I could also, let's call this one bass then. I like this part too. This feels very progressive. Yeah, that Nintendo pad, I don't know, sometimes it's just overfilling the entire mix. That's the thing about pads, man. They really clutter the mix. This feels very minimal. I like this kick too. Oh my gosh. Muddy. The Amiga VST is a sampler based off the Amiga hardware sampler. You can get that 90s jungle 8-bit sound. Yeah, I think I've seen a video on it, but I wasn't too hyped about it. Armin Miran is the greatest of all time, together with Grach and Pambuk. Yeah, Pambuk is great too. What's up, Hansen? What else do we have? What else could we implement? Some percussion or something like that. That's a really great bass groove there, son. So let's group the melodics into a particular channel. These are effects here. Yeah, these are making it feel a very particular way here. There's a bit of swing on this bass groove here. Tom, bass, and bass. Hey there, Mal. Nice to see you here, man. So far, so good. Thought I'd just use the opportunity today to quickly do a live stream. I'm gonna keep it rather short today, so I don't know for how long I'm gonna keep going. But I maybe was able to inspire a couple more producers to use samples today. Hi Shri, how are you? Good to see you here. Who's Shri? Yeah, look how much the pad is determining the style of this track. This is so dope, dude. I don't know, something's not really entirely sparking with me with this track, in the sense that it doesn't really feel like me. Maybe I can use this. Hats. Call this one tops. And the drums. Drums are solid. Add some saturation here. On the go saturation. We need some more details and percussion in the background. Boom, 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 boom. I like the swing on the toms here. Sidechain from kick. The hats are very 909-ish, like especially this one. It's a bit too much. So I'm very unsure about this melody here. It feels a bit too happy. You know what I mean? Without it, I feel like it's a bit more down to earth. Chris Josh says, "Hey, bruh. I have a request, bro. Can you please do tutorials on progressive house production?" Yeah, you can check out Dowden, man. He's the progressive house goat. Progressive house is something that I do mostly on streams, to be honest. I've done a few in the past. Maybe I might do some in the future, depending on how I feel. Let's see. But thank you for the request, my friend. William says, "I love that black box plugin so much." Yes, it's based on hardware. I didn't know that for like the longest time ever. This thing sounds insane. Like on drums, it replaced my drum bus. I used to use drum bus, now I use just this thing. Melody's very nice. Drums are very nice, but together they aren't really vibing. Would split the project into two and save the other for another time. What's the plugin called? Which plugin? Yeah, I don't know. Like you can always, and by the way, what Conduit just said with access projects at a later time, I recommend you add your Ableton Live projects to the sidebar over here, because you can then access specific tracks and drag and drop them into your session, which I have adapted only, I would say, 3 weeks ago, and it's changed my workflow like significantly. Ableton Live 12 projects, sound design projects, sound dub organica. For dub organica, the pack that I'm working on, I start projects, I just create a loop, and then I create a new project for the next loop for the sake of keeping it structured. These are, I don't know, around 42 to 50 individual projects, each of which have a cool idea in them. So why not access them? Therefore, it's quite necessary for you to name your tracks properly. Otherwise, you don't know what you're dragging into your session. That's kind of what I forgot to do here. You can see your sends here, send and return channels here. Like you can see mine are set up by default, so they're also included in here. The main or the mastering chain, so I could just drag and drop the mastering chain without having to individually select all the patterns. So this is something that is very useful. Also, Reactor and Life, two plugins that I've been using a lot for the design of this pack. I could just take it, put it here, and hope my session doesn't crash. What else we got? Blackbox HS2, yeah. Conduit, I think you need to watch my newest video. I showed all those different plugins and stuff there. Elevator music melody. Aw. Maybe compliment, maybe no. Yeah, Reactor, Ultra Loop. I've seen it used by Silat Beksi and then Dulus, and I've used it years before as I was watching tutorials by Virtual Riot, which I do not watch anymore. They feel a bit too over the top. But he still does cool stuff, and not hating on him. I love his style and his stuff, but dubstep is not something that I'm into anymore. But I discovered this plugin via Virtual Riot. Then I saw Silat Beksi using it. I saw Dulus using it in Organic House. So I was like, let me give it a try. And I've been enjoying it a lot. For like in between mid-range percussion and just generally stuff that you wouldn't expect. Like, look how much this fills out the groove, man. Come on. Mid-range percussion generator. It's really good. So we got Life. Life is, I'm not sure, man. It's good. but most of what I get out of here needs still so much processing. I'm not too sure about this plugin. I've done a lot of videos, like live streams on it. But I'm getting some reactor results here. So let's resample this and so that's one loop. Now let's try something else. Let's go into reactor. Oop, nearly crashed there. You saw it go into blue screen for a second. Oh gosh, that shit scares me. Let's try this one again here. Let's stop this track over here. Let's just hit randomize here. Yeah. More mid-range percussion, why not? Let's actually take audio from track number. Let's delete 29 or the other reactor channel, I mean, and take audio from 29 reactor record arm. Then yeah. I'm still eating my ice cream. It's good. And 2. Yeah, it's fun. The low end is getting kind of muddy. Danke. Let's make sure that we're not getting sub in this thing here. Was about to repitch, but I said, hey, nah, never mind. We'll do a little tutorial on the reactor thing. It looks really interesting. Yeah, I have a live stream where I basically explained everything about it, but I think I'm gonna make like a 10 or 15 minute tutorial because I've been enjoying it a lot recently. I don't like the clap. Well, it's okay on its own, but it doesn't fit to the groove. Somehow I am also enjoying it without the shaker loop. I need a napkin for my nose. Just sneeze 1 sec, guys. Hey. Gesundheit. Danke. Conduit, are you German or what? I don't understand. It's time for some vocals. What's up, The Alchemist? Let's see. Still, the clap is just so standard. I don't know. Layer it a bit more. It already feels very progressive because of the ARP and the pad. Thank you for the sub. Let's just go with this here then, yeah. Make sure we have everything in one row. No, yeah, okay. Okay. Nice. Yeah, this is, I remember this was syntax bass. Maybe instead of the bass that we have here, we can also use this squelchy thing. Maybe this is not gonna be a bass, but more something like a mid-range pluck. Yeah, this is a strong sub here. There we have it. Syntact. One of the synth engines there has a really nice sub. It's the one with the antenna. I don't know if you own a Syntact, I think you know what I mean. I'm getting some really great subgrooves from the Syntact. In this case, I think it's also the chord engine, not just the sub-bass engine, but the chord engine as well. Yeah. How does it sound without the melodics? Also very clubby. There's one melodic element in here. Let's see where it is. Ambience we can also put into the drums channel here, I think. Oh my gosh, what did I do there? Tops, let's put it here. Kick, tops, hats, kicks, hats, tops, ambience. Yeah, there's something in the bass channel that is melodic. Yeah, it was this guy here. Make them all blue. these into the tops channel. It's a good melodic foundation, I feel like. SY tone, yeah. 2 operator FM engines. Nice. Let me catch up on a few comments here. Map says, hi, how are you? I finished remix from your Afro pack. Nice, man. I'm glad to hear that it's inspiring for you. Okay. Yeah, and I'm at the point now where I feel like I could arrange it now. Making music is like going fishing. You never know what you're gonna catch, when you're gonna catch it. And it always turns out different no matter what you prepared. Today I feel like I caught a minimal house fish. I was fishing for organic house and I caught a minimal house fish. But it's cool, why not? So what I would do when I arrange here is just duplicate this section a couple times. And you can roughly arrange it here. So in the intro you can say, hey, like you can really take control over all your tracks here. I don't know which kick is better, I like them both. Let's stick with Dream. All the tops aren't playing. Why aren't the tops playing? There we go. So in the intro, we don't need bass. You can delete the bass. Also, we don't need that 90s jungle pad. Whereas I'm scrolling all the way until I find it here. Pads. What do I want my intro to sound like? And then I can duplicate this section. We have like intro. Maybe here. Call this pad. What do I want to come next? Maybe I can also build the percussion. So in the intro, yeah, you could leave out the main hat, for example. And by hitting 0 on your keyboard, you can also blend out other elements. Yeah, this feels like an intro, does it? Maybe also leave out the shaker. Man, I feel like minimalizing this track gives me actually the sound that I like. What the heck? Minimizing. Step by step here. So we go intro, moving on to intro part 2 here. No. Yeah, we can just drop it in here. Could either create a little build beforehand, or we could just like bring it in fully here. Let's play it in the intro again. I'm not sure about these two percussions here. Nah, let's leave them in here. So we play this section here. It's gonna be, let's call it main. What I could do with these the melody is blend it in only shortly. Groove I like better than the old. So in this section we could take away the kick then. Mini build. We can duplicate the mini build section here. Call it min build 2. I'm just giving it my own names. Min B2. Right, some min B1. So I know this is minimal build. Mini build 1. Mini build part 2. So in mini build part 2, I feel like we can introduce the melody. I'm gonna change this. Maybe make it just play chords. Getting some CPU spikes here, let's see. This is really progressive, okay. Just looking for something that is fitting to the rest of the track. Ooh, that sounds shitty. There's a chord that's, it's not shitty, but there's a second oscillator that's playing a harmonic here, which I don't like, so I'm gonna put it to 0, these detune values here. Still sounds a bit detuned. Not the right preset then. Ooh. Yeah. This one ARP. There needs to be more automation on this ARP. And perhaps, yeah, the rest we can do in the arrangement view, but just so you know how I do it. like this arpeggio though. It feels more weird. And at this point, I would introduce some kind of counter melody, main B, and then counter melody, main B, like dum dum dum. Doesn't need to be a counter melody. It can also be a sample or something else that just adds to the arrangement. So I could do this either now or in the arrangement. We could call this like counter mellow. And then we could add another build here, so we could either go back to like kick and bass, like there's multiple options. So take away the ARP, so you go back to basics, or what you could do is leave in the ARP, create a second mini build here by taking away the kick and bass. And then bringing it back into the next section. Like main B or something. Main C. Min like build 3 or something like that. And in this you would also automate parameters, but I'm not going to do that now because I feel like that's something to do in the arrangement view. We love the little German phrases here and there. Monday stream, yay. Getting a lot of people excited that I'm streaming on Monday. Definitely groovy, cool track. Yes. Yeah. We need a few more counter melodies, like ear candy type stuff to keep it interesting. Now it's just like the groove, and that's it. Harp. See how long we want to play this. Cool down phase. Cool down phase part 2. No bass here preferably. And I would then dial down the percussion and the tops. This would then be the break. Just sketching here. This feels more like sketching rather than actual arranging. I'm not deciding that it's gonna be the full arrangement here just yet. And this is the part where you can add strings, melodies, counter melodies, everything. Automation, make it go like rise, and then can jump back to a previous section to see how it feels like when you go back to the chorus or main A, main B. So main B is the part with the arpeggio. Main C is the one without the arpeggio. So does it feel good to keep it playing the ARP? Or does it feel good to just go back to the kick and bass? Like, what type of contrast do I want? What type of switch do I want? Just keep on trying yourself out. Hey Amin, what's up, man? I'm hearing a sparse TB303 with distortion reverb. You mean the Diva patch? Yeah, it sounds kind of like it, yeah? Feels kind of good to drop it with the ARP. So I'm going to take this main B section and put it here. I duplicated it and put it here. So main D, let's call it just main D. And then from here we can just take away the ARP, then plays without the ARP. And from here we just move into the outro. So in this outro section, outro no pad. I don't want any pads, so I want to start reducing the melodic elements first. I like this effects, this bleep sound. And then outro no bass. And then we can jump back to the intro and know, okay, this is our outro. And if you'd like, you could also add something else to this outro so it doesn't feel exactly the same like the intro. But we have our core arrangement with all the building blocks already set up here. And we don't really have to worry too much in arrangement view, so we have most of it done here. This is one way of doing it. And I've been doing it differently the past few months. I've been doing it all here. And if you want to record it, you go tab, you make sure your loop is disabled. Please make sure your loop is disabled, because I've had my arrangements in the past. I've recorded it into the arrangement and I had the loop enabled. So the entire track arrangement was just, I could do it again. So make sure loop is disabled here in the arrangement view. And then you can hit tab again and hit intro. So it starts playing from here, and then hit record. Double check to see if everything's recording. Okay, for some reason it's not. Is it recording? I'm not sure. Give me a second. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. I was just worried because... okay, because these tracks are collapsed. That's why it's not showing it. This is the only track that's not collapsed. So let's redo that. Excuse me. So again, hit play on the intro. So it's going to start from here and then hit record. Oh, excuse me once more. I need to start from 1. So let's go. Now we got it. Tours Nebula, what's up, man? Finally caught you live. Everyone's saying like, finally caught you live. I didn't have time on Sunday. Getting a lot of people saying that they catch me on Monday today. Clip arranging is new. Never see you use it that. How do you like the workflow of it? I've used it a lot in my past live streams. Oh, and then here. Move on to pad or hat. Pad/hat. Yeah, I rarely arrange my tracks using the classic phrasing like verse, build up, break. I use it mostly with the elements here. Name them after the elements. I give myself some time here. But that will. And then go into main. Just bring in that bass, bring in all the hi-hats so it feels fun and interesting. Straight away. No mini build needed, just straight into it. Sometimes I create mini builds before I introduce kick, bass, and everything, but today I'm showing you a slightly different flow. And I like it. Clip arrangement is cool. And then we hit... See how I'm just hitting play one clip after the other? Like, there's not a lot of work that needs to be done because I've already basically arranged the track here. Okay, I heard the pad being cut off there, so that's something I'll have to fix. Also, the ARP is somewhat annoying. It needs to be filtered and slowly introduced. This can be done with cutoff and auto filter automation. Two, three, four, and it's a cool ARP, but it feels a bit chaotic. So I'll have to dial down on the synth sound a bit more. I just want to have the arrangement out the way now. So counter melody, there's no counter melody here because I don't have one, but I'll add it later. I'll add it in the arrangement. I could play this for another 8 to 16 bars. Ear candy, I imagine ear candy here. Down, 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 down. Some little filler sounds. Now we go into the build. 2, 3, 4. I could also shorten down these phases later and bring it back to main C. Okay, cool. So it's just sketching and automation. So it's just sketching and automation is done afterwards. I think it would be a bit of a pain to do the automation right in the clip itself. Exactly. You can do the automation within the clips, but I do not prefer that. If you're performing your session live, I would highly recommend you do the automation in the clips first. But if you're arranging it like I'm doing it now, I would say leave the automation or when you're actually in the arrangement view. ARP needs to be tonally corrected. Yes, I know. It feels a bit all over the place. Let's go to cooldown. I think the reason why it's so off is because the chord progression is playing in an arpeggiated sequence. So CD2 is cooldown 2. Oh, I feel like I turned off too many elements at once. That felt too sudden. So I'll have to correct that later on as well. I don't know for how long I should play this. And break. Beautiful, hypnotic, and deep reminds me a bit of Matthew Decay. Yeah, I like Matthew Decay. I think he does a lot with Lee Burge. Main D. Bring it back into the drop. Just play it from here. I can either extend the break. Don't know. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, the ARP. Actually kind of okay. Feels a bit more like a modular sequence with some notes being kind of off scale. Could be cool depending on your style. and then no ARP. Just clicking myself through these individual parts whenever I feel like it's necessary. So I'm gonna let the pad play through maybe like 8 to 16 bars with an uplift. Yeah, uplifters, risers, and sound effects, that's usually something I do in arrangement view, because having too many clips inside here is too tedious. And right now you hear outro without the 90s jungle pad playing. That wow creates too much suspense, so we're gonna leave it out. No bass here. Lee Burge is also amazing. Yeah, he's All Day Dream label owner, man. Of course he's amazing. 24/7 on in some kind of new party. The dude. And back to the outro. Play that for just a couple bars. We can already tab out and see how long our arrangement is. Yeah, there we go. And then you can hit this button to transfer to arrangement view, and then you're done. Cut out the end here, Command X, and then finished. Finished in terms of the rough sketch. Now you'll have to go into the actual automation process and ear candies. Add little details, fine tune, maybe delete a few clips here and there, adjust the arrangement. So we see we have a mini build, mini break, another very small build here, a large break which comes at 5 minutes, so that might be a bit too late. Maybe I could Command X and Command V, so cut and copy it to place it here, so the break happens a little earlier. I'd like to have it at around like 1 to 2 minutes. So maybe instead of this mini break over here, I could place this large break where this mini break is. So you usually go into 8 bars here. You can then, I think the command is Shift Command X. So you cut the time and then you hit Shift Command V, you paste the time. Then we can take this section over here, Shift Command X, 8, 16, 24, 32, maybe after 16 bars, Shift Command V, place it here. That's the quickest way to arrange. Shift Command is, or Shift Control, depending on your operating system, basically cuts out a specific part and then ripple. Like if you're using Adobe Premiere, this is the equivalent to ripple delete. You take away a part here and everything else is just adjusted and fills out that void. So if I Shift Command X, you'll see this kick move forward. You see? Whereas if I hit just Command X, it cuts out everything here and doesn't move the clips forward. And if you're arranging, this is very practical. So I could just go, for example, into the new version of my arrangement that I've just created. See how that vibes. So the cooldown happens here now. Let's leave the hi-hats in here. And what we could do is just filter them out. This is too pink for me, so let's make it like this. Yeah, you see? I like it here. Yeah. I like this part the most. This right here. I feel like I could make a track simply from all of the elements and keep it this minimal. I feel like everything that comes after this is just, it's a bit much. So I might rethink this entire track and see if I can minimize it a bit more. You know, and then take away the kick here. See, it doesn't need to be complicated. It can be really simple. There we go, and we could add the bass. This is me just sketching the arrangement again. Yeah, we could add maybe one bass after the other. That's also a nice idea because I feel like this one has a lot of groove here. Do like this. Yeah. This one feels more like me. And for the arpeggio, you can do something like this. Short little fills. Doesn't need to be like a spammy sequence. And then we can move on and maybe just the hi-hat first. Really take it step by step here. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna add the bass in a little later than I thought I would like to have it. Here's where I could add some really small filler sounds, effects, anything. It's a bit long for my taste, so I'm gonna cut Command-Shift-X this part here. What about some nice synth swells every now and then? Contrast the groove. Yeah, could add a few fills. Synth swells. Use some ambient synth swells as an effect to transition into this part here. So what we could do is for half a bar or for an entire bar, cut all the hi-hats. Add some kind of synth swell. Yeah, I don't know about this. Let's see. So I'm not really fixed with the arrangement yet, you know? I have some kind of a framework set up and I can still subtract because subtracting is always easier than adding on top. Because you have material already placed. Just feels more comfortable for me. Yeah, that's what I mean by ear candy. You see, it's like completely interesting. One sound. Yeah. Thanks for the suggestion. For some reason, that's a very hard word for me to pronounce. Some kind of a drum fill or... Yeah, just fill after fill after fill to keep the arrangement interesting. Could add ambient swells. Put them into my sends and returns. Yeah, this is the vibe that I want. This is it. So we're basically getting some kind of counter pad to the main pad, you know? So there's always some kind of swell that comes in and out. That's actually kind of cool. Instead of having this ARP. And then again, samples, man. I feel like in the current state that I'm in, I want to find something that makes the arrangement feel interesting and keeps me inspired to continue finishing this track. So samples is, for me personally, the way to go in this type of scenario. Yeah, what I like to do with arpeggiated sequences that play consistently is just bring them in like this. Now we're at a slightly negative envelope value, so it's kind of playing softer attack rather than this. So envelope 1's curve is being played in reverse. You can imagine this like a kind of a reverse slope. Whereas a pluck. Sometimes automating this can be also fun. So you go from like very soft sound to more sluggish sound. Yeah, it's small details like that that I feel like really add a lot of interest. And the way I would usually do it is hit this button here, configure, click my favorite buttons like cutoff and envelope, maybe peak, which is resonance. There's a second cutoff here from the filter section, so maybe I might take that. Accidentally click that, which I didn't want. And then I could map these to a MIDI controller or anything that would make me get hands-on with the synth rather than just clicking my way through the individual parts of the synth. I can actually get hands on my track, you know, literally. This feels a bit weird though. I kind of like the reverb swell into just the kick and bass. Yeah, the yak delay could help also. Maybe less width, more feedback, less lows. Nice. Lefar Legov. Yeah, man, I like that artist. Ever since you've shared that. Hey, Mason, James, what's up, man? Hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing good too, man. Oy, oy, oy. Inspiration for the new dub organica. It's mainly so the inspiration, I always get inspired by listening to a particular mix or artist, and for the dub organica pack it was an artist called Vozne. He doesn't upload very frequently, but when he does, you know that it's gonna be quality. I'm just gonna switch to my webcam really quick so I can tab my way through and show you what I mean. Voila, voila, voila. YouTube, Vozne. You can just type in Vozne dub techno or something. Yeah, and then you get this guy here, Vozne dub techno. I recommend morning dub session. This one is cool, and there's one called Offshore. Dub techno, Offshore. This one here, I think. Morning dub session, ambient techno. No, I don't know where it is. You guys can find it. Yeah, just listen through his mixes. They're great, and they were the main inspiration, I would say. Like, I love dub in general. But he kind of kickstarted the inspiration for this pack. So yeah, check him out. We need some kind of a drum fill here, or any type of FX type fill. Timbale fill would be really weird here, I think. Not too bad actually, but we need something to fill out that second half bar. Maybe something like this. Oh, it's not the correct timing, I believe. Yeah, 120. And we need another fill that feels consistent, not like it's, yeah, something to fill out this space here. So we'll just kind of mash ourselves a few fills together. These are from Tulum, by the way. This one's nice. Are we in the right BPM? 121. Oh, this is 121. Excuse me, wrong BPM. Gotcha. Cool. Yeah, and then move on. Right now I just, intuitively add ear candy, place it randomly, see how that fits into which particular section. And it would also be quite handy to add locators so I know which part is what. For example, break, cool down. Maybe add a few synth fills every now and then. I think I'm in the key of F minor. So I haven't used Tulum in a really long time. Sounds from Tulum. Oh, I forgot how nice the sounds are. Hopsa. That's more like a energetic stab. This is a dub chord stab. F Phrygian dominant. That could sound interesting. Oi, 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 exotic. Nice. Some techno vibes, afterlife. It just mixed in everything in this pack. Yeah, this pack was one of the most fun to work on. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's what I mean. And you could create these in a separate sound design session or add samples like I'm doing now, because these take quite some time to make. This is a perfect reverse swell. You can also see it in the waveform that this might be better used as some kind of reverse swell into a chorus or drop. Yeah, the ARP, I'm gonna have to really take control over the automation because it's really random. You see? Man, that's nice. And what would really give the track some humanity is a vocal. Or what you could also do if you don't have synth one-shots is take an entire loop and extract a one-shot from it. For example, this one is an F sharp minor. I pitched it down 1/2 tone step. You see it's an entire loop, but I just took that one particular section here. This one, F sharp Phrygian. Pitch it down to match the key. And I have some send effects, like some black hole reverb and some stuff to make it swell for a longer period of time. This one is an F minor. It's actually playing some chords, so it might be... You can go overboard with this, so I would just select a handful of sounds that you like and place those carefully first. I like the way the ARP plays in this section. Yeah, and if you have your arrangement laid out previously, if you do it firsthand, you have less struggle with placement of these tiny sounds like this. You don't have to think about two things at the same time. Like you're trying to arrange the track and go like, oh, okay, maybe take away the kick and bass, and at the same time you're trying to make it sound interesting by filling it out with some ear candy. Like if you have the arrangement laid out first, it's easier to focus on these tiny details. Yeah. Maybe take this drum fill here. I like the way this break feels. Feels good. Oopsa. That's perfect. That's amazing. I love it. Maybe the swell. It's a really short break. It's not the most epic long break that you would expect, but I'm okay with it actually. I could extend this by another 8 to 16 bars. 16 bars, I mean. Perhaps bring these in a bit later. So we got 8, 16, 24, 32. Does it feel too boring? I think so. Got some odd numbers here. Oops. To fill it out. So we're gonna fill it out with some ambient swells, and we could pitch these up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it plays a perfect fifth, making it sound harmonically in tune, but still different. You need to mess around with the warp modes though, or pitch it down an octave. Too much, yeah. Yeah. As always, I ended up doing a live stream way longer than I wanted, but I actually ended up enjoying this a lot, this stream today. Actually felt like making music for myself. That's actually one of the only things keeping me motivated to continue these live streams, because it doesn't feel like work. At the beginning, I'm gonna be honest, it does feel a bit like work, setting up OBS, setting up the camera, the lighting, everything to work, the audio setup. But once I go into a flow, I actually end up really enjoying it. And I keep telling myself, oh, it's not going to be so long, but I end up going way longer than I expect. But guys, I still want to stick to, you know, my intention of not live streaming every week. That I'm going to go with the flow and definitely focus on something that fits my current schedule and my life situation. So I'm not going to make any promises here like I did in the past. I've been trying to keep up Sunday live streaming, but I'm not going to do them on the weekend anymore, at least not for now, because I want to take the weekends off to spend time with family. That's basically the only day where everybody's at home, and I realized that I'm sitting in my room, so I want to spend some more time with fam. Yeah. I would definitely add these ear candies a lot more throughout the track and place them more carefully. Right now they're just, or I could just command drag them and then I really like the dum, 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 dum. And you mostly get that from looping. See, this is a looped section here. This is also from an entire chord loop, just the first loop. Something went off with the arrangement here. You see the clips aren't exactly on the 8-bar grid anymore. I don't know what exactly happened here. So that's something that needs to be corrected for sure. So here, you see, kind of screwed it up. I don't know what happened. Yeah, guys, I'm going to do a bit of a self-promo here. Most of the samples that I use today are from Lotus Tunes. If you want to grab samples, presets, courses, you can do so on my personal site. I'm going to let the loop play in the background. Hello. And yeah, I revealed some data that I shouldn't have while switching through tabs. So I make sure to always go onto webcam mode as of now. And Yeah, this is the site, guys. Sinai is the most recent pack. These 2 packs are the only 2 packs that I've put out in the year 2024 so far. If you want to grab everything before that, everything bundle here, 2023, which basically includes all the products from here. Templates, preset packs. Personal recommendations, like my personal favorites. I do like the Organic House Essentials one. Daydreamer is still my most popular pack. It's the first pack that I ever released, and for some reason it's still the most popular one. And this here is my only preset pack that I have out so far, but I include a few presets, Diva presets, in every production suite. Not every, but most of them. Yeah. I have 2 courses currently online, one being an Afro House course and one being Oriental House. So if you want to check that out, feel free to do so. You can also grab free products on the Freebies tab over here, which is basically like a tester pack. Yeah, project files, Christian Löffler, Armin Miran, garage type stuff. Some racks that are for free, some cheat sheets and PDFs. Yeah. Feel free to do that. And can I go back into live? Yeah, I would like to add something more tonally beautiful here. This arpeggio feels a bit too jumpy. Like dum da dum 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 dum. Did I forget to switch views again? Excuse me if I forgot to switch views again. I'm just gonna quickly show you the shop here. I keep forgetting to switch views. This is the webcam now, and I think this is the screen. So yeah, these 2 packs are 2024. This one is 2023, and everything before that is also 2023. Afro House. Tulum is more like Afro-Cuban Organic House influence. Synthesia is my only preset pack, but I do have a few presets in these production suites as well. Mostly Diva. Did I really forget to switch views? Holy moly, dude. Yeah, these are the 2 bundles available, suites and samples, and everything from 2023. Courses, Afro House, Oriental Organic, and last but not least, Freebies. So these are like tester packs. Jeez, to repeat that whole freaking... Sorry for the spam, guys. Yeah. My personal favorite in terms of... Like, I can't really say. I really like Tulum. Like, energetically, it was really good. Yerevan, also fun to create. Sinai has a lot of nice top loops. Sinai, like every pack that I put out has a different focus. Sinai is more like top loop emphasized, as you can see here. Tulum is more synth one-shot emphasis. Melodic emphasis, like ambient swells, fillers in ear candy, song starters, and that type of stuff. Yeah. I'm really happy with this track. I actually didn't think I'd be this happy with it. Yeah, really fun. Tulum on my list. Thanks, man. Shameless self-promotion. Absolutely shameless. Shameless. How would shameful? Whoa, I like that little break section here. Holy moly. Happy accident. That is so nice. Remember when I accidentally readjusted the clips here? That actually sounded quite nice. Hugs to mom. I will. Seems Music. Vielen Dank, Kevin. I enjoyed your music as always. Thank you. I enjoyed your presence today. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for joining in on today's live stream. Now, this track is... I'm going to be honest. I didn't like it in the beginning. I didn't like the way the arps and the chords would fit in with the rest. But there was a switching point. I don't know if you guys remember the part that felt minimal to me here. I think it was... Yeah. This one here. I liked it. I think I'm gonna play this this section here a bit longer. Yeah, there was a turning point where I was like, I kind of like it when I like less elements. And then I built the arrangement from that particular section where I had less elements and added progressively. And I also, my favorite part of this live stream was definitely the fills part, where I added the ambient swells, the drum fills, and this track with the Tulum one-shots. And samples, using samples saves you so much time, and for me it's really inspiring. A lot of people call it lazy, I call it incredibly fun and inspiring. MIDI is, for me, more of a sound design thing, and it's practical to have MIDI when it comes to cutoff automation and using synth parameters like here. But then again, you can still do that with audio in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, this is a really solid freaking track, dude. For me personally, yeah, the ARP melody feels a bit too chaotic. Maybe I could make it a bit more interesting. Nirmal, thank you. All sample packs are great, trust me. Thank you, brother. Yeah, and Organic House Essentials is more of a... It's not a production suite, it's a sound pack. But the main difference between sound pack and production suites is that production suite usually has more sounds inside and MIDI presets. Everything you need to get started producing that particular genre. Organic House Essentials is more tailored to the essentials, just the samples. Has this little groove creator with MIDI clips and this rack. Yeah, and Dub Organica is the pack that I'm currently working on. It's basically finished. Just need a few chord stabs. You see this folder's empty. So yeah. And a vocal. This track needs some kind of a vocal. In this section, that would be great. Do I still have the Vila vocal pack? I don't have it anymore. It used to be my favorite vocal pack. I don't know what happened to it. Vila vocal pack by Black Octopus Sound, I believe. How about a special price for all packs? Yeah, I do have the bundles. The everything bundle in the 2023 Sweets and Samples bundle, which basically discounts either, I think you save 200, 100 and 200 euros depending on which bundle you purchase. And I do launch every pack with a discount, and I've done that ever since. So yeah, maybe it might be worth waiting for the next release or some kind of special sale. I do sales every now and then. There's always a balance that you need to find also between discounting your products and staying true to their actual value. So yeah. Oh man, these fills are so valuable because they really fill out this space that feels empty. So I could just take this section. I remember this was an entire loop. So I can just scroll through a different section here by hitting Option Shift. See? So da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-dum. Man, I love this genre so much. Really, it's the most fun genre ever. Generally, organic house is just incredibly beautiful and fun to produce. And luckily, this track did end up going into a bit more organic direction because I felt like it was very minimal at the start. Black Octopus doesn't have the... Where is that pack? I think I have it on another hard drive. I need to download that thing again.
I have no idea what to do. You have no idea what to do.
What? Nice. I think I used that once, that vocal. That one is just nice. Let's add this one to the break. Maybe we could tease that vocal a few more times. And add some granular effects and make it go really crazy. Yeah, there's a lot more that we can do. Fragments is always great for that. Yeah, I'm not too sure about these things. Maybe just a simple echo will do. Frequency echo, okay. Yo, this is an entire riser. What the heck? This sounds amazing. Oh my gosh. I hope I can get that same effect. It's feedback. I really need to get that sweet spot here. That's fantastic. Maybe add a soothe to calm down those resonant frequencies. Just like a really resonant sound. Soothe makes it a bit more pleasant to hear. Beautiful, man. Really cool. Awesome. I never use frequency echo though. It's free and I have it. I never know how to use it. Yeah, it's a delay with a few extra functions, and this, I think the main part is the shift here, frequency shifter. It's like a delay frequency shifter. This is the most unique delay plugin there is for me, and it's free. I think Valhalla did a great job with the marketing, like the best plugins, Supermassive and Frequency Echo for free. They give out really good stuff, and then people are more inclined to purchase their other stuff, which is Valhalla Vintage Verb, one of the best reverbs out there. I've used it in the past. Don't have it at the moment. I think back in the day I used to I used the cracked version of it, but I purchased all my plugins, which is why I don't have it at the moment. I really enjoyed using that one though. I love that break here. That's so much fun. I love those little tiny breathers. Arrangement is still off here in terms of grid. I'll correct that a bit later then. Maybe one last thing I would do is add a fill here. Or maybe not here. Maybe actually use it in this little section here. Nah, let's let it breathe. Let's really focus on the silence there. Don't need to have it. It's okay. Maybe just these two. Works. Okay, guys. That's it for today. Thank you so much for joining in on today's live stream. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to hit that like and subscribe button. Also, if you enjoy the sounds, it's for some reason looking at this camera is always so weird. Like eye contact with the camera. Yeah, if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. Also, if you want to have the sounds, feel free to head on over to Lotus Tunes and grab them there. Okay, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining in on today's live stream. I actually really, really enjoyed today. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video, guys. Cheers. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, bye-bye.